Big Brother's not that stupid to have, you know, two of the same types of people on this show. How can I be America's Player when, you know, obviously what's his name was Eric was America's Player, this and that. And then he turned around, no joke, like 15 minutes later, and said that he sat up by the pool with me, just him and I out there by ourselves. And he goes, there's one thing I want to tell you is that Monica was supposed to be on the show with me. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, Monica was supposed to be on the show with me this season, but she backed out because she saw what happened to the couple that was together last season.
That's what I thought, but people were telling me that he was supposed to be in last season's show. And I said, no, he's supposed to be on this
season's. And the reason was because she saw what happened last season with the one couple that was actually a real couple.
The girl was trying to break them up. The girl that was teamed up with Ryan.
And that she's too sweet and would never be able to handle this mentally. I said, I didn't say anything into him, but I'm like, okay, first of all, you're telling me that they wouldn't do America's Player twice in the 10 seasons, but they'll do couples? You know how many times that's happened? Mm-hmm. A lot.
And so if she backed out, why not get the most opposite person in the house that that casted? Why not connect it with him? Ronnie said she was about to walk into the bedroom and she started hearing whispering, so she put her ear up and she said that she heard they wouldn't even collaborate us or something like that. Correlation, there would be no correlation with us. They would never think there was any correlation with us. Something like that.
And it was Libra and Dan in there?
Mm-hmm. And fucking Jesse thought I was fucking nuts when I told him this 2 weeks ago. Fucking nuts, right? And then, like, maybe 5 days later, he's like, you know, maybe we're onto something. Mm-hmm. So we went into the fucking diary room and we were like, we know. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. His last night here, when we dressed up like leotards, we were like, we know.
Did you say both him and Libra, or did you just say
we just said, we just said, we know what's going on here. We know what's up.
I wonder how we can get Dan to break.
It's just, to me, doesn't add up that he says that he was the last vote. He was the last person to get for Jesse to be out. But then Libra tells me in here she knew that Jesse was coming after her. She wanted Jesse out. But then downstairs in front of you guys, she said that she was the last vote. Mm-hmm. And Keisha said that the way that she was approached is because she was told, oh, you got in a fight with Jesse. And Rennie, you got in a fight with Jesse, so he's going to come after you guys anyway. And I was like, well, it sounds like somebody who was trying to work an angle to get you guys to vote, and knowing that you and Rennie would vote the same. Mm-hmm. You guys were probably the 2 votes that they needed. Because I think that Dan wanted to do that probably right after you did the nominations, because that's what Keisha said. And that would be America going, you know, America telling them that they want to have this person go instead of this person go, or whether it's not America, whether it's just them picking a name. And so that's why he had to switch right away. And then she said, well, it was weird too, because Dan's the one that sat upstairs and was like, whatever April wants to do with that household is what we should do.
Right side. Yep.
She's like,
he was one sitting right over there.
She said he was the one that made it a point to say in front of everybody that we do what HOH wants. Mm-hmm.
And every one of them agreed.
And then Keisha goes, well, it doesn't make any sense, because I was told that Jerry and Ollie and Dan had an alliance. And I remember when Jerry set it up here and put your name in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't think Ollie would do something like that, because you think Ollie would do that, go against April. And then Keisha goes, his exact words were, in case the girls ever want to turn on us, we'll turn on the girls. It'll be the guys on the girls.
And Dan's the one that said that, or Jerry?
I don't know.
Just one of the 3.
They just said that was what the alliance was for. And I was like, well, I can't see that happening. And they said, well, that's what the colonel or something said.
Yeah. And then Jerry's up here, which Jerry pissed me off that day when he said, I go, don't throw my fucking name. And then he's like, oh, not you, but us 3 guys. And I'm like, yeah, don't fucking, I've never talked to
No, I remember that because he was sitting right there and you were in the bed.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was like, But,
so it doesn't make sense why Dan would go from that and have an alliance
against his 2 alliance members.
And then go
Jerry
to
and
people
Ollie
that he
voted
doesn't...
with me.
Yeah, and then why he would do that to his own alliance members and then tag team with...
Memphis.
Libra. Well, Memphis, right. He was just campaigning. He was probably like, thank God. Team up with Libra, Keisha and Rennie to get out Jesse when he already had an alliance. And remember when Dan went and slept in Libra's room? When Keisha had a household and Rennie went upstairs?
Oh, yeah, it was just the 2 of them.
And then they were going to draw straws, and he said, don't worry about it, I'll go in there. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about that either. How they shared a room together all week.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't even go in the shower if there's a girl in the shower.
No.
So for him to sleep in the room, because that was the first thing. He was like, I can't sleep in the room because there's a girl there. And I was like, Dan, are you serious? He's like, I really don't want to, and I think that somebody else should. And then somebody's like, why don't we do rock, paper, scissors? He goes, don't worry about it, I'll go. Because he can't play on rock, paper, scissors. He'd probably lose, and then he wouldn't be able to go in the room if I didn't want to make it obvious. Because he won't take a shower or go in the shower at all. But yeah, he'll go and sleep in the same room. Mm-hmm. But when he found out that Rennie wasn't going to be in there, probably an easier decision for him because then him and Libra could talk. And so Keisha goes, do you think that Dan's going to try to get people to change votes? I go, Keisha, I'll tell you something. I said, he can try all he wants. I said, the only vote he's going to get is his own. I said, because I know nobody else is. And I said, if the vote's fucking 5-1.
Then you know.
Yeah. And that's if he, I just don't know if him being America's player. Oh my God, I just thought of something. Okay. What happens if he's America's player and he has to vote a certain way?
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm saying.
He found out that he had to vote for Jesse and got everybody else to change their vote, so he wasn't the only one that was voting against everybody.
You think he's the one that got them? Wouldn't they admit to it? And wouldn't they admit and say, Dan confronted me?
Libra, he probably went up to Libra. You know, maybe him and Libra got something going. And that's when they went to fucking Keisha and fucking Rennie. Because if he was the only one to vote, somebody would be like, who's that only vote?
Yeah.
And imagine if everybody, like, you know, knowing that he's going to get screwed, America could screw him.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's what America was doing, trying to screw him.
That gives me goosebumps.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Because if we found out that somebody went against a vote, we would go and ask everybody, and he would be fucking called out.
And why would he go against his 2 closest friends in the house, his vote?
Yeah.
Why would he go against Ollie and Jerry are his 2 closest friends?
Yeah, and then his next closest friend is Jesse.
Mm-hmm. And Jesse, yeah.
So imagine if America was like, yeah, we're gonna make sure you get caught.
Yeah.
So let's pick Jesse to get voted out. So that, because we know that everybody's not gonna vote for Jesse to leave. So he got the fucking memo that said Jesse, he's gotta vote Jesse, and there's no way that he can fucking not vote for Jesse. And then he fucking went and turned everybody around. And it probably went and fucking, if he's
probably went to Libra first, knowing that she's a strong-armed person anyway, and how much she hated Jesse.
Because they both
hated him.
They both said that they were both the last people to go up there, the last people to get the vote. How can they both be the last fucking person? How come they both have the same fucking story? And what happens if fucking America was so pissed off that they picked fucking Libra for him to vote to keep in, and Keisha to vote out? Because if it comes back fucking 5-1,
he's gonna.
Yeah, I just don't know if maybe they decide not to have America pick who he's gonna evict.
Not this time, right? They'll have to do something crazy.
I don't know. Let's think about that though. That could be a possibility.
I mean, is as loyal as he says to his religion and stuff like that, and how people mean to Monica means everything, all of his friends, family mean everything, and then to turn on someone like Ollie, Jerry, they've always had their back, Jesse, you know, I mean, it's just, it's weird.
And now he doesn't wear the cross.
Right? Yeah, I noticed that right away. Oh, there's Jerry. Is Ollie in there? No.
No.
Jerry's just pacing. But, I mean, like, right now, the best people to get information from is those 4.
Well, that's why I went. So, because Keisha was like, I'm going to the store. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to go to the store too, because that's when people started asking me questions. So I was just like, you know, and she's like, you know, I think about Dan. She's like, I think something's up with him. She's like, I really do. She's like, I don't know why that he's just all of a sudden started being friends with Libra. She goes, it doesn't make sense.